Hey guys, I'm Bousley and welcome to my channel. For all you new or lazy players out there who are on a low budget, here I have the perfect league starter build for you. Stay tuned.
Come receive yours, Exile. You and I both know this isn't...
Ladies and gentlemen, babies and elfin, welcome to another new video. My name is Bousley and today I want to bring for you guys Zombie Summoner Necromancer. Now, this is a League starter build because the Ritual League just came out, Echoes of the Atlas, the new expansion. Everything is great and we are looking forward to move on with the new league. Now, I wanted to start off with the Ranger build, and then after that I actually realized that noticed that actually the mobs are a bit harder than before. I don't know if it's me or it's the game or maybe they changed something, but definitely I found something. It was kind of a hassle for my ranger to level up, and then actually I switched and go to a summoner build instead, because summoner are always a solid build for you to try and start off the new league. So in terms of this build, definitely number one, it's going to be the easiest build you're going to level up with. It's going to be the easiest build to go through all the content that you need to go through. Definitely low budget because you don't need much gears. Most of the gears revolve around giving your minions more life and more damage. And also definitely a lazy man's build when you don't need to do much. So without further ado, let's jump right into the build and let's talk about the first thing, the Ascendancy. Definitely we're going to go for Witch, Summoner, definitely going for Necromancer. Now the Necromancer Ascendancy actually changed a little bit. They actually kind of nerfed Necromancer a little bit more, but still, if it's the league start for you to gain all your basic currency and also get the gear and get stuff that you need and actually grind through the content, definitely still very viable. It's an easy choice option for you to choose from. Number one, always go down to get mindless aggression first. So this one will give you give your minions 30% more damage, attack speed, cast speed, and also move speed. And then after that, the next one you want to go for, it depends on situation. Now, usually when you get your second Ascendancy point, that is when you actually go through the finish through the Axe or the Axe. You can actually go for Commander of Darkness. Now, the reason why I opt for this one is because it gives my minions additional 30% damage, and it gives me and my minions additional 30% elemental resist. Now, at the earlier stages, you want to give yourself as much elemental resist as you can, because for your role, the most important thing is that you need to survive. Your minions will be doing all the damage that you need them to do, so you need to survive. That's the thing. Now, you want to cap your elemental resist as soon as you can, and this will be a major help in your build to help you sustain. So that's why I opt for this one, and then after that, you want to go for +2 to all level to all minion skill gems, which is definitely always the biggest choice that you have to go for. And the last choice that you want to go for, usually at this point, people will go for Bone Barrier. So Bone Barrier gives you a level 20 Bone Armor skill, which gives you armor and resist, and also it gives you physical damage reduction and life recovery rate, and your minions have 20% more health. Now this will be the next option. Otherwise, if you don't want to go for this one, you can actually go for Plaguebringer as well. So Plaguebringer, whenever you consume a corpse, because we consume corpse very often because of Flesh Offering, your minions have increased area effect, and with at least one nearby corpse, you and your allies will deal 10% more damage. And same thing, you get 10% reduced damage. So, but if it was me, I would definitely go for Bone Barrier, because this one gives me a lot more survivability. It gives me physical damage reduction and gives my minions more health because of the endgame content, because of the new Ritual League, the mechanic. There'll be, as you can see in the showcase earlier, it'll be swarmed with minions and mobs. So that's why you need a lot of survivability. Otherwise, you will just, that's it, you know? So Bone Barrier is definitely the next choice I'm going to go for. That's for the Ascendancy. Next up, we're going to talk about the gear choices. Now, I'm trying to keep these as low budget as I can. I was lucky enough to find a few exalts here and there, but I did not invest any exalts into the build because I'm trying to keep it as low budget as I can, right? So, number one, you can always go for Famous, or you can go for Queen's Decree. Queen's Decree, it's a two-handed sword. I'm just going to pull it out so you guys can have a better look. So if you want to get a Queen's Decree or a Famous, definitely try to get a 5-link one. So the 5-link one currently now goes on the market for about 5 chaos. And you can only use this like at least when you're level 58. So before that, you can use 2 one-handed weapons. So I'm talking about, let's talk about the early stages now. Now the early stages, what you want to do, you're trying to get a Life Sprig, and then in the shield, you're trying to get a Matua Tapuna, right? So at the early stages, your zombie is probably going to be a 3-link, at most 4-link, okay? So the early stages, Life Sprig will be very helpful because this one will give a +1 level to all the Socketed Spell Gems. That's number one. Number two, if you're using Matua Tapuna, this one will give you +2 on Socketed Minion Gems as well. So you want to socket your zombies either here or here, which preferred will be here. And then the other skill gems will be here. So this will be your early stage, starting stage, gears that you want to use, these two. So as soon as you can equip for more, or you can equip Queen's Decree, which is level 27. So you can use Queen's Decree as soon as you can. This one will give your minions more life, increased damage, and also it gives you additional Race Zombie as well. And Race Spectre. So this one will be a good viable choice. And for more will give you, the reason why you use for more, because for more gives you, the difference between for more and this one, is that this one gives you +2 level to minion skill gems. And it gives you almost doubled the increased damage for the minions. And also, it gives you much more survivability because of the Race Zombie. So we have, currently now, I have 10 zombies. So 10 zombies, each zombie will give me 0.6% life regeneration. So 10 of them will give me 6%. So because of these 10 zombies I have 6% life regeneration right now. So that's why I went for the Famors instead. So try to get a 5-link for more. That will definitely cost you for less than 5 to 7 chaos-ish, something like that. So this one and the 5-link armor, these two will cost you for about 10 chaos. That's it. Other than that, everything else is going to cost you like alchemies and stuff like that. I would say all in for the whole build to start running exactly like this one, it's going to cost you less than 20 chaos. But because you're league starting, right? You have no currency and whatnot. Definitely go for a cheaper choice. Go for 2 one-handed, or you can go for a 4-link, whichever that you can actually prefer, right? So for me, the Baron is not the most important part of the build, so you don't need to worry about the Baron. You can get one for less than 1 chaos if you can. If you don't have to get it. It's up to you, right? So Baron will actually help out a bit because half of your strength will be added to your minions. Your minions will have 10% increased health, +2 to level, +2 levels to all your socketed minion gems, the socketed ones, and it will give you 1 number of range zombie per 500 strength. So if you scale strength, you'll get more zombies out of this one. And if you have 1,000 strength, a portion of the damage from the zombies will be leashed to you as life. So this one, Baron, will be definitely a late game choice. Early game you can have it as well, it's up to you, depends on what you need. If you need resist, if you need life, then go for a rare helm with life and resist. Either way, it's up to you. So the Baron will be a good choice during the late game if you're scaling strength. As for the rings, it's just life and resist. This one is life and resist. This one has no life, just a simple resist ring. But this one has a socket, so I can put more gems in it, and it gives me a +2 level to socket gems as well. Very simple ring, nothing much. For the amulet, now this amulet, the anointment is going to be costing you a bit. So don't worry about the anointment. The anointment is just a luxury of life. You don't have to pick the anointment. If you have the budget, go for the Revenant's Horde according to my skill tree. If you don't, it's fine. You just lose out a little bit of DPS. That's it. Not much to worry about. So this one gives me resist. Most importantly, the reason why I got this amulet is because the +1 number of zombies I can get. So this one will boost my DPS. So you can get the base of this amulet, any type of amulet, as long as when you search for online, when you search on the trade channel, make sure you add in the mod +1 maximum number of raised zombies. Other than that, everything else is up to you. The only thing the stat that you'll be short of in this build, it will be the dexterity, because some of the gems I'm using requires dexterity as well. So you want to get your dexterity up to at least about 100, then you should be fine. The gloves, very simple, as you can see, just life and resist, nothing much. Same goes for the belt, it's just life and resist, nothing much. And for the boots, you can actually go for normal rare boots with life and resist and move speed. But this one, I just managed to pick one up from the ground. I guess gives me +1 level to all my Raised Spectre and Raised Zombie gems. Good quality of life, not important, but yeah, good to have it, you know? So that is the gear choices. Next up, we're going to talk about the gem links. Now, the main gem links for the zombie, because this build is actually going fully focused on, I'm going fully focused on physical damage. There's no conversion here, it's all fully physical damage. First thing, you want to go for Raised Zombie, and then Raised Zombie, you want to go for Feeding Frenzy so that your zombies will be aggressive. And then after that, Multi-Strike will give them a huge DPS boost. Medium Damage will give them additional DPS boost as well. And Impale, so Impale will allow your enemies to take a percentage of more physical damage while they are under the effect of Impale. Now, if you can manage to get a 6-link, what you can do is you can put in a 6-link Brutality. Now, Brutality will give you a huge amount of physical damage, raw physical damage, but you deal no elemental damage because we don't deal elemental damage anyway. So my next gem link will be the Brutality, which gives my minions a huge damage boost. So keep that in mind. In the helmet right now, I'm actually using Pride, Medium Life, and my Raised Spectre is in the helmet because of the +2 levels. So my Raised Spectre has a decent amount of levels from the item itself. Normally, I use my Animate Guardian. Actually, my Animate Guardian already has gear, but in the build, because I'm trying to make it league start, because if you're using Animate Guardian, you need another set of gears for the Animate Guardian himself. But I'm trying to keep it short and cheap because of the league start. I didn't include this one into the build, nor I didn't include this into the showcase. All my showcase, I didn't include the Animate Guardian in it. Now, for the late game, yes, you want to go for an Animate Guardian, just to show you guys. So my Animate Guardian, currently right now, is this one. So Animate Guardian currently right now, he has Kingmaker. So Kingmaker gives all my nearby allies Fortify. It gives my allies Culling Strike, Item Rarity, Crit Multi, while my Animate Guardian is using Kingmaker. So Kingmaker costs you like 30-40 chaos. It's going to be expensive. So this I'm just talking about the end game, just so you know. So the Kingmaker is the viable choice. Second thing, you're going to get Gruktool's Pelt. So that's the armor piece. So that one will give your Enemy Guardian 5% life regeneration per second, and also gives him raw flat 250 life. That's what you want to give him, so that he can have a lot of life to sustain and not die. Because when he dies, all the equipments are gone, right? So that's the Animate Guardian. So I'm just going to take it out because I'm not going to include him into the explanation of the build, because this is a league starter and it's a low budget build, right? That's for the helmet. Now the gem link on the armor I'm using now. So you need two main gem links in the build. So the main gem links here, I'm going to use this one. It's going to be Cyclone linked with Cast Wall Channeling. That's how I trigger my Flesh Offering and my Vulnerability and my Desecrate. So Desecrate creates corpse on the ground, and then Flesh Offering consumes the corpse and gives my enemy, my minions 30% increased move speed and attack speed. Let me just show you how it works. So as I Cyclone, you cast Wild Channeling. As you can see, you see the explosion right there. The explosion, and you see like a zombie flying off. That means that's Flesh Offering. So it's consuming the corpse while giving my minions the attack speed and move speed, even though this area has no corpse. So Desecrate creates the corpse. Flesh Offering consumes the corpse while I channel my Cyclone. And also, Vulnerability will cast while I'm Cycloning. So usually Cyclone is where you Cyclone where you're going to anyway. So that's where the point where the Vulnerability will hit. So Vulnerability will give all the nearby enemies increased physical damage taken, and it will give allow them to inflict bleeding as well. So that is the combo I'm using right now for my 5 link on my Cyclone. Raise Zombie is just additional gem here. I'm just leveling up. It's not important. Pride is definitely one of the auras you want to run. So we're running 2 auras now. I'm running Pride. So Pride is increased 19% more physical damage the enemies take. And Flesh and Stone. Plus Flesh and Stone, you got to be in Blood Stance. So Blood Stance allows the nearby enemies to take 16% increased physical damage as well. Okay, so that's the 2 auras I'm running. So 50%, 25%, so that's 75%. I still have 25% to play with. As for the mobility I'm using currently right now, I'm using Flame Dash with Second Wind, so I get more charges on the Flame Dash. I'm using Carrion Golem because Carrion Golems allows my minions to deal additional flat physical damage, and also the Carrion Golem will gain additional more damage per non-golem minion in my group, and minion damage. And last but not least, Holy Relic. So Holy Relic will be very important in the build as well because it gives you and your ally life regeneration, and also it gives 331 life regenerated per second to the minions and yourself. Yourself, you get 110, so it's like 30% of the life regeneration, and your minions will get 100% of it. So currently, right now, I have 571, potentially 600 plus life regeneration per second. So I have like 5.3k health right now. So that means potentially I get 600 life regeneration per second, which helps me deal with a lot of damage I take and stuff like that. Survivability, most importantly. So it helps out a lot in terms of the layers of defenses I'm going to get. And also all my resists are capped, which is good. Most importantly, your minion damage, minion life, and your survivability. These 2 things are the most important thing that you want to take note. And yeah, and Portal Gem, as always, I like to use Portal Gem so I don't have to use Portal Scrolls. Summon Skeletons is just there in case I need it, but usually I don't. But it's just there. So that is the gem links. Now, next up, we want to talk about Flask. Now, Flask is very simple. You want to get all the defensive Flask that you can get. For my Life Flask, I got an Eternal Life Flask. So, Life Flask, you want to get Remove Bleeding, Instant Recovery. The second one is just an additional Life Flask for me, just in case this one runs out. Third one, you're using a Quartz Flask, so this one gives me 10% chance to dodge attack hits and dodge spell hits and phase, and immune to freezing. Quicksilver Flask for movement speed, and Basalt Flask to additional 15% more additional physical damage reduction I take, so more survivability, another layer of defense for me right there. Now that is the Flask choices, nothing much, nothing too fancy. Next thing we want to talk about the Pantheons. So Pantheons currently right now I'm running on Lunaris. So Lunaris is more of a mapping Pantheon. If you're going for single target, then switch to Solaris. As for the Minor God, ideally you want to go for this one, Garukan. So this one gives you evade attacks hits, and if you get the Vessel, you can get additional move speed as well. But currently right now I'm running on Rizada just because I do labs. I'm not done with the final Uber lab yet, so I'm just going to pop on this one. It's up to you. So this one or this one, whichever. That's the Pantheon. The Bandits, very simple. You have to kill all of them. You want to get 2 additional skill points because for this build, It's all about the skill points. The more skill points you have, the more stronger you will be, and your minions will be. So that is the Bandits. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the skill tree. So potentially, your Necromancer will be... Oh, I have an extra point right here. Okay. Potentially, you're going to start from this area. So you want to move up from this way, and then after that, you're going to pick up some the Lord of the Death over here. So this one will give you additional zombie. And then you're going to pick up Heart and Soul. So this one gives you more life and mana. So this is what you want to start off with. And then after that, you want to move down here and pick up Enduring Bond. So Enduring Bond, whenever you use a minion skill recently, your minions will deal additional 30% damage. Summon Phantasm and Summon Raging Spirit will refresh their duration when you hit a unique enemy. And then you want to move down this way, and then you want to pick up Quick Recovery. So this one gives you some life and life regeneration. And then after that, you want to move down here and pick up Sacrifice. So Sacrifice, your minions have 20% increased life, regeneration for you and your minions, and additional life, elemental resist for your minions as well. And then after that, Spiritual Command will give your minions attack speed, cast speed, and also the increase of reductions and increase to your minions' attack speed will also affect you, which in other words will give to your Cyclone, which will trigger a lot faster. And then after that, you want to move down here and get Retribution. So this one gives you minions increased 10% increased damage, and it gives you Strength and Intelligence. Yeah, mainly because we want to pick up the Discipline and Training, so we get more life. Sanctity, go down here and then pick up Grave Pact, so gives you increased damage, increased attack speed, and a chance to deal double damage for your minions. Combat Stamina for more life, and then after that, ideally you want to move down here and pick up all the life nodes here. The Constitution gives you a huge chunk of life. And then after that, you want to continue going back up here. Let me zoom out. Up here, and then you want to pick up Death Attunement. So Death Attunement will give your additional 1 zombie, 1 spectre, 1 skeleton, and they have additional 8% attack speed. And then after that, you want to pick up Cruel Preparation just for the extra life and resist. And you want to move down here, pick up Purity of Flesh. Again, life and chaos resist. Move down here, pick up Righteous Army. More life for your minions, more damage, life regeneration, attack speed, move speed for your minions as well, for the redemption. And then you move down here and pick up Devotion for more life. And then move down again. You want to pick up Barbarism for more life. And here, Juggernaut for more life. And Bloodlust for more life. And enemy cannot leech life from you. So as you can see, most of the nodes here are just mainly because of the life nodes. That's why we're scaling right down here. All the life nodes are down here. As for the sockets, the gem sockets, you want to pick up Ghastly Eye Jewel. Ideally, you want to get Flat Fizz for your minions and life to boost your own life. Flat life and Flat Fizz for your minions, and ideally, if you can, get additional increased percentage of life for your minions as well. And that's about it. That is all the skills that I've covered. Mainly, yes, I covered all the skills. As for now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about starting off with this summoner build. So first off, when you start off a new fresh character, you want to pick Witch, and then after that, you want to pick up Raised Zombie, and then next up, you want to pick up Raging Spirits or Summon Phantasm. So you want to link Summon Phantasm to your Raised Zombies, so that whenever Raised Zombie kills something, it will summon a Phantasm, which means more minions. After that, you want to pick up Summon Skeletons to infuse with it, so you have a ton of minions to just clear everything for you. At the beginning, your zombies will die quite often, so don't worry about it. Just resummon them if you can. Nothing to worry about, and Phantasm will help you clear. And then when Summon Skeletons comes about, pick up Summon Skeletons, and after that, when Spectres comes out, when you're able to actually equip Summon Spectres, then you're going to pick up Summon Spectres, so that you can summon Spectres to buff your minions. Now, what Spectres am I using right now? I'm actually using Carnage Chieftain and Host Chieftain. So these you can find actually in 2 areas. You can find Carnage Chieftain in Old Fields. So you need to go to Old Fields. When you see Carnage Chieftain, you can actually summon them as your Spectres. So Carnage Chieftain gives all the nearby allies Frenzy charges. Host Chieftain give all your nearby allies power charges. That's why my minions has constant power charge and frenzy charges. But you can only get Host Chieftain when you reach Act 7, I think. Yeah, 7. in the Ashen Fields. So Ashen Fields, you can get Host Chieftain right there, and that's where you can get power charges. For the meantime, at the beginning, just get Carnage Chieftains. At the X7, you can get Host Chieftains. So you can mix. Ideally, I will suggest 2 Carnage Chieftains because you want to always keep Frenzy charges up, and then 1 Host Chieftain for the power charges. As for the gear, I forgot to mention that I have M-Boost Charge. So M-Boost Charge, mainly because of the increased life and the resist, and most importantly, it will give you endurance charges from time to time, and also it gives you life regeneration 2% when you have been hit recently. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, in conclusion, this is a really fun build to play because it's lazy build. I'm a lazy person. I like to use lazy man build. If you are a lazy person as well, you will definitely like this build as well. It's cheap, easy to start, stress-free. You can clear all the content you need to clear up to date. No problem at all. No, really hassle-free. I have no complaints with the build whatsoever. The only thing I think is a con is just that it's not very, what do you say? It's not something that you can actually interact a lot with because you're basically just running around and your zombie just destroys everything. So if you're a person that you want to actually utilize on playing with skills and killing stuff, you can try another build, but this one is a lazy man's build. This is for me to fund my build so that I can play other builds in the future. So next up, we're gonna play. I'm definitely gonna go into the Ranger build because they actually made a huge change on the Deadeye Ascendancy, Ranger Ascendancy, Deadeye Ascendancy in general. So I'm looking forward to go for a ranged build next. Potentially maybe Ice Shot or Tornado Shot, whichever. That will be the next video that will be coming out soon. So let me know what you guys think about the build. If you have any suggestions, anything to talk about the build, please drop a comment down below. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Your like and subscribe will help me, motivate me to make more content for you guys. All right. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.